What's up guys, you're welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll show you how to make this bodysuit. So let's get started. So first you fold your fabric into 4 places, and then for the length of my bodysuit I'm using 33 inches. So I'm making this for a medium size, but if you're a small size you'll be needing at least 30 to 31 inches for the full length. And for a large size, you need at least 34 to 35 inches long for your bodysuit. So next, you take the length. So I have 33 inches, and then I added 2 inches for seam allowance. And then next, you take the shoulder measurement. So you divide your shoulder measurement by 2. I have 7.5. And then for the armhole, I'll take 9 inches. And then on this line, I'll take my bust measurement. So you divide your bust measurement by 4, and then you minus 1. So for mine, I have 9 inches when I divide it by 4, and I'll remove 1, so I'll have 8 inches. And then I'll use 16 inches for the waist. And then you divide your waist measurement by 4. And then you remove 1 inch, I mean. So I have 7.5. And then for your hip measurement, we'll use 23 inches instead of 24. So you divide your hip measurement by 4. I have 10.5, and then remove 1, so I have 9.5. And then we'll come down to this place. We use 4 inches, or no, 3.5. We use 3.5 for the crouch. And then you draw this line down to this place. So we have the waist measurement to the hip measurement, and then to the crouch measurement. And then you come down here, you take the armhole curve with 1 inch. So you draw a curved line here. And on the shoulder, you come down by 1/2 an inch to make the shoulder slant. And then I'll just draw a line down. So let me use this red Sharpie so you can see the line. So I've used 1/2 inch to come down. And then here's the armhole. Use 9 inches for the armhole. And then just take your measurement, remove 1 inch. And then I'll cut. For the neck, I'll use 3 inches. And then use 1 inch for the back. And then draw a curved line here. And then cut. And then I'll take the back piece from the front piece. So I've separated the 2 pieces. So to cut the front neckline, I'll use 3 inches for the depth. And then just draw a curved line here, like this. Draw a curved line. And then I'll cut. And then you come over to the crotch, or the crouch, and then you take 1 inch off from the front part. Remove 1 inch. So to cut the sleeves, I folded my fabric again into 4 places, and then the length of my sleeve is 23 inches, and then I added 2 inches for seam allowance. So I'll come down here and I'll take 5 inches for the armhole, and then I'll just draw a curved line from here like so. And then on the bottom, I'll take the size of my wrist, which is 9 inches. So I'll divide that by 2. I have 4.5. And then there will not be need for seam allowance. And I'll just draw that line down to this place. And then I'll cut. So here's the sleeves. You go ahead and notch this part. You go ahead and join the shoulders together with the right sides facing each other. And here, this is what you have. And then you take your sleeves, you get the notched parts, and with the right side facing each other, you pin it to this place, to the shoulder. After pinning, you go over and sew. So the next thing is to join the sides of the bodysuit. So you go ahead and pin the armholes together. And then you sew it from the sleeve down to the end. You do it on both sides. So after joining the sides of your bodysuit, you go ahead and try it on. And then you take the front part. I almost forgot this part. You take the front part, you place it down like this. And then we're going to take 2 inches in. So you come over to this place, just eyeball the middle, and then you come over by 2 inches. You can make it narrower or you can make it bigger. And then you draw a line like this. And then you cut across this line. So the front part is narrower than the back part. So I use 2 inches to reduce the front part. You can do this part at the beginning stage. So this is what you have after cutting. So you have the front part smaller than the back part. You go ahead and hem the sides like this, and then you hem the sleeves too. After hemming the bottom part of the bodysuit, you go ahead and mark the position of your snaps. So for mine, I'm using 3 snaps. But if your crouch area is narrower than this, then you can use just 2 snaps. So if you're using this type of snap, you go ahead and fix this part at the back side. You sew it with your needle and thread, and then you fix this part on the front part. So you have it like this. But if you're using this type of snap, which I'm using for the first time, and I got this tool from the store, I'll go ahead and fix this part on the top part, and then fix this other part on the back side. So it depends on which snaps you're using. If you're using this type, you have to use your needle and thread. But if you're using this, you have to get a snap fastener to fix it. So here's the back side. I fix the snaps on the right side. And then for the front part, you fix it on the wrong side. So you go ahead and pin it together. So here's the snaps. For the neckline, you go ahead and measure the entire neck opening. So for mine, I have 24 inches. and then I cut this strip on fold. I have almost 12 inches wide, or 12 inches long, I mean 8 inches wide. So you go ahead and sew it together. So I cut 1 inch less than the neckline. So my neckline is 24, and then I cut my strip 23. You go ahead and fold it together like so, and then you go ahead and pin it to the neckline, starting from the back side. You pin it together, and then you sew it together. You stretch it a bit when you're sewing. So here's the bodysuit. It's all done. I fixed the neckband, but I went ahead to try it and it was too wide. So I'll go ahead and loosen the band and then reduce the length of the band by 1 inch so I can stretch it and have a smaller neck line. Alright guys, so here's the bodysuit. Please give this video a thumbs up and please support me by subscribing to my channel. I love you for watching. Thank you.